Good morning and welcome back to Fair Value Study. It is Thursday, April 23rd, and we are approximately 1 hour and 15 minutes away from the opening bell. Today, we are witnessing a notable shift in momentum as investors weigh yesterday's record highs against fresh geopolitical risks and a heavy batch of new earnings reports. Let's break down the essential data for your trading day. Starting with the futures, we see mild pressure across the board. The S&P 500 futures are trading at 7,160.75, down 0.15%. The Dow is off by 0.36% at 49,488, while Nasdaq futures have dipped 0.15% to 27,042.50. Meanwhile, the Russell 2000 is essentially flat, holding a tiny gain of 0.01%. This pullback is largely a breather for the market. Remember, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq closed at record highs just yesterday on strong earnings and ceasefire hopes. Today, however, the narrative is shifting back toward caution. The main story driving sentiment today is the return of geopolitical tension. Stalled US-Iran talks and the continued closure of the Strait of Hormuz are pushing oil prices higher. Crude oil is currently at 93.26, up 0.32%. While it is a modest move, it signals that energy markets are on edge. If this situation escalates, rising energy costs could weigh heavily on equities. In metals, gold holds at elevated levels around 4,748 despite a tiny dip, reflecting macro uncertainty. Silver is seeing much more pressure, dropping 2.68% to 75.87. In the bond market, the 10-year Treasury yield is at 4.294%. These steady yields continue to act as a headwind for growth and tech valuations. Reflecting this unease, the VIX, our market fear gauge, is up over 2% to 19.34, showing that traders are starting to buy protection. In crypto, Bitcoin has retreated to 77,695, while XRP is facing a steeper decline of over 2%. Overseas markets in Asia and Europe also closed in the red as global sentiment reacts to the energy price risk. Looking at individual movers, IBM and ServiceNow are the biggest weights this morning, trading 7% and 13% lower after disappointing results. Tesla initially rallied on an earnings beat but is now down 3% after Elon Musk warned of rising capital expenditures for AI and robotics. On a brighter note, American Airlines is up 2% after a solid first quarter beat. Today remains a massive earnings day with Intel, American Express, Honeywell, and Lockheed Martin all scheduled to report. Despite the noise, the big picture remains resilient with a high beat rate this season. Stay sharp, monitor the VIX, and remember to base your decisions on fair value rather than hype. Thank you for watching Fair Value Study. We will see you in the next video. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Please conduct your own research before investing.